Fab.
Where are you? I don't see you. I see a cool picture.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, man. That cool picture.
Okay.
Dude,
all right, let's go.
I want to thank you for this movie because this now gives us a conclusion, but at the same time, I believe in my heart this is also a continuation. This movie really, really has stayed with me, and I'm 24 hours after the movie. I mean, it is such a moving movie.
I love it, man. Thank you for those words, because you know what? That's what I tell people. I tell people, listen, you don't know what you're going to walk into. First of all, you're going to sit down and you're going to step into a time machine. And that time machine is going to take you through a roller coaster ride. Emotionally, it's educational. It's a period piece because we're talking about the 80s. So you have the clothing, you got the color, you have the darkness of what happened to Rob and how he lost his life and what happened, what took him down this gauntlet. We were medicating ourselves, try to deal with the madness, because when you come from nothing to having so much and the fact that you know, people want a piece of you, it's hard to understand, like, is this real? Do they love me really? And the background is like, I came from a divorced family where I was looking for love, you know, as a kid. Rob was adopted, and we had that thing in common. We wanted to be loved. And I think that a lot of people who go into the show business want to be loved. So you go in there and certainly you're idolized. And that kind of throw a wrench in your mind, and you have to adjust to it and get used to it. And it's fun until it's no fun anymore. Yeah. And that I tell you really changed my life. And I had to adjust. And I'm so lucky that music really saved my life, because of my love for music. When everything crashed, I thought to myself, okay, music, what do we do? Well, prove me how much you love me. So in order to prove music how much I loved her, I put the work in. I put the work in. Then finally, I was granted my self-esteem again. Finally, I could feel I was not as insecure. Then my confidence came back. Then I was performing on stage with a live band and like telling myself, I could have done it. For a long time, they took that away from me, because for a long time, people said, oh, no talent. They can't sing. After a while, when people repeat things so many times, you start to believe. You start to talk, then you talk down to yourself. And it was very difficult to fight those voices. But luckily, I was able to do it. But Rob wasn't able to do it. Right. He died of a broken heart because we became punchlines. You know, and when you look in the mirror, you know, you look in the mirror and you're like, oh man, am I that? Am I what they're saying I am? And there was no support system. There was no emotional system. You know, yes, we went to rehab, and then in rehab, I started to understand about emotional intelligence. And when I understood that, I was like, oh, okay. So I have to forgive my abuser in order to move forward in life and not be bitter. Otherwise, bitterness is going to keep me down. When I started doing that, life changed. And then as I was writing my first solo album, it became very therapeutic for me. I was writing, and then I would take that pain out. I paint as well. So this process of painting and writing, making music, gave me the strength I needed to move forward. And then I lost Rob, and that threw me off too. I was like, damn, now the one person that knew what it felt like to walk in my shoes was also gone. So then I go through life, and finally I meet the woman in my life. One kid took it, 3 kids, 4 kids. Now I have 4 kids, and I'm happy. But I never thought that it could be this way, you know. So life, it's never too late for anything, guys. As long as you got your health, you work out, love yourself, you know, build that resilience, and anything is possible. Because now we got computers, you know. Yep. If you need to research something, bam, go do it. It's about the hard work that you're going to put into yourself. Don't listen to nobody. Don't listen to anybody's advice. Don't live someone else's life because they say, no, you can't do it. Forget about it. What are you thinking? You know, and that's what I did. And I'm lucky that some people came in my life and gave me the strength to stand back up. But in the end, just like a running back, I got to take that ball in the end zone. And no matter what, like those line in, they're going to try to stop me. But it's up to me to just go left, right, and just move it and just finally touch down and say, Yeah. But in life, you got to put a lot of touchdowns in order to get to the next step. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Yeah. And I'm here to talk about it. And the movie, man, I'm so happy the movie is here because, you know, like you felt it.
I did.
And I know you've been around and you were there. And now people who were there, they're going to watch that movie and be like, oh, man, I was talking smack about Rob and Fab, but I had it wrong.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Mm-hmm.
Not anymore. Exactly. And then now with this Girl Knows True cover that I did that came out last Friday, and Blame It on the Rain with the blessings of Diane Warren coming out this Thursday, I think people are going to put like 2 and 2 together.
Yep.
1 + 1 = 2, not 3. And then we'll see where we go from there. But I'm on the road every weekend, and I do what I love, and I'm still here. And if I can continue to feed my family, I'm happy. Yeah. That's it. You know, and it's good. You know, I don't need to go all the way up. You know, it's fine. You know, it's not all about that. It's about being happy, being surrounded by your loved ones, taking care of your loved one, and making sure that they're safe, they're good, they live by example, and that they understand in the end, it's up to you. But the hard work will help you define who you become in the end. That's it.
The closing credits of this movie, I want listeners to know, do not leave that theater until the lights come back on, because you have done something I have never seen before. I think that's part of it, why it stuck to my soul, this entire movie, because it's so brave and it's so honest.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It is. And that's why we don't want to divulge too much, but stay until the end credits. It's important, you know, so I hope that people feel what you felt. Yeah. And it's worth watching. And movies, stories are here to teach us something. That's what they are. And I'm glad that I'm part of the story, that I am one of the main characters in the story, that I'm still here, and that I'm not, and that I didn't go to the front of the stage, because, you know, at the premieres, I watched it with people, and it was incredible to watch a pen drop and like people move in their chair. And, you know, when you're uncomfortable, you move in your chair like, oh, damn, that's so damn, that's God right there, you know? And I saw them all react at the same time. And at the end, they called my name, and I jumped off my chair and I ran down the hall. If I would have waited another 20 years, man, I'd be with a cane and be like, oh, I'll be gone or whatever. And like, oh yeah, now here's a biopic about Fab Morvan. Where's he at? That dude is gone. So to be able to talk about my story right now, man, it's wow. I'm so happy that I can do it. You know, and you haven't seen the last of me. It's just the beginning, man.
See, that's what I said in the beginning. This is the continuation. And the one thing that you do not have in your heart, you will never say, I used to be. No. You still are.
No, I am 100%. And if I can bring something to the world, because I think that everyone has to play a role. You know, we're part of a puzzle. It's not all about me. I've learned that now, you know, but if I can be this puzzle, and on this puzzle, when you see it, and before you see it, you turn it and you read it, and it says, when you fall, you stand back up and you reinvent yourself. Boom. If I can be that puzzle in your life, and when you think, when you're struggling and you think, man, that dude did it, and he was like, it's considered the world the playground, and you're that kid that everybody is picking up, is picking at, bullied by the whole world, and he still managed to get out of it. Anything is possible, man. I made my mistake in front of everybody, but you make your mistakes in a confound, in the privacy of your own home. But imagine going through it in front of the whole world. Yeah. If I was able to make it, you can, but you gotta want to do it. That's it.
You got to come back to this show anytime in the future. I love your story, and I love where your heart is. Thank you, man.
You know, you can find me on social media. I'm on Instagram. You know, I know who you are, Mr. Collins. I got your name right here. So you just have to reach out to me.
All right.
And then let's go, you know.
You be brilliant today, okay?
Thank you, man. Thank you. You too. I appreciate it.